genocide.
Yes.
And when you take over a town and you move all the Ukrainian people that had lived in that town under the guise of liberation and move them into Russia and repopulate and resettle those Ukrainian villages with Russians, that is not liberation, that is colonization. So we need to start using the language that is appropriate in this situation. We shouldn't use delicate words. We shouldn't be politically correct. You can't be politically correct and delicate with an enemy that wants to wipe you off the earth. Because that is what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen. They want to wipe the Ukrainian people and the Ukrainian nation off the face of the earth. And believe me, as all the Ukrainians and Ukrainian Americans here know, they would love to wipe us off the face of the earth as well. Even though we're standing here on the other side of the ocean, in another country. They do not like what we're saying. They don't like what we stand for. They don't like how we're fighting back. We are a threat.
Next, I would like to call Rajendra Singh Mago, who represents the Sikh Religious Society of Palatine, Illinois, and is part of their community outreach and media relations.
Thank you so much. Thank you for including me. As you mentioned, I'm a Sikh, and we have a place of worship called Gurdwara in Palatine and also in Wheaton. And I can relate to being a refugee because my family also was a refugee in 1947 when India was partitioned into Pakistan and India, and we happened to be on the wrong side of the border. About 1 million people were killed at that time. But at this moment, the invasion of Ukraine, a sovereign democracy, is a violation of human rights, freedom, justice, and peace. Therefore, this illegal invasion of Ukraine by Russia must be condemned unequivocally. We mourn the lives lost and lament the continued suffering of those involved in the invasion, including those who remain in Ukraine and those displaced by this invasion. We ask that the human rights and humanity of all refugees and displaced people in this crisis be respected and upheld, and basic humanitarian needs as essential supplies and services must be provided to them regardless of where they come from, their country of origin. We pray and call for an immediate cessation of violence and Russia to withdraw all its forces from Ukraine. We stand in solidarity with the Ukrainian people, and we call upon all people of faith, conscience, and goodwill to do the same, and stand in resolve against all acts of war and violence, and advocate for peaceful diplomacy. We deplore President Putin's use of the threat of nuclear weapons in his rhetoric. We call upon the politicians of the world to work to stop the spread and eliminate the threat of the use of nuclear weapons. Here I invoke the Parliament of the World's Religions signature document called Towards a Global Ethic, which is a guide to remain committed to a culture of nonviolence and respect for life. It declares that persons who hold political power must work within the framework of a just order and commit themselves to the most nonviolent, peaceful solutions possible. And they should work for this within an international order of peace, which itself has need of protection and defense against perpetrators of violence. Of course, armament is a mistaken path, and disarmament is the commandment of the times. Let no one be deceived. There's no survival of humanity without global peace. Ek Omkar Satnam ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸਹਿਬੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 Thank you.
Thank you, Rajendra, for your support and for your prayer.